Welcome to your 30-minute practice for week 2, Vitality. Please bring yourself into child's pose. From your hands and knees, take your knees out wide to the edges of your mat and let your forehead rest to the floor. Allow yourself to begin deep, full body breaths. Notice your inhale, expanding out your lungs, your rib cage. Notice your exhale allows a contraction in toward the center line of your body. You'll maintain this awareness of your breath throughout your practice. Please know that you can rest here in child's pose as many times as you like. Come to your hands and your knees. Spread out your fingers. Tuck your toes under and lift into downward facing dog. Feet at hip width apart, hands at shoulder width apart. You'll energize from your hands and your feet. Connect yourself to the earth as a way of energizing the rest of your body. Step to the top of your mat. Feet at hip width apart for ragdoll. Opposite hand to opposite elbow. You'll bow forward and let your head be heavy. Let your upper body hang freely over your front legs. Take a few breaths here in forward fold as you notice that you can release with each breath deeper and longer into your spine. Release your hands to the floor. Toe heel your feet together and bring yourself up to standing. Float your arms toward the sky. Root down through your feet and get taller. Lift your heart high and move your arm bones back behind your ears. Take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, bow forward, hands through your heart center. Inhale, lift yourself halfway up and flatten through your back. Place your hands underneath your shoulders to the floor and walk your feet back to a high push-up. From your high push-up, lift your chin, look forward. Shift forward on your toes and bend your elbows halfway down for chaturanga, or low push-up. Upward dog as you lift your chest forward through your arms, then press down to lift your hips back to the sky for downward facing dog. Find your breath here, deep and free. Your inhale gives you a sense of space, of opening. Your exhale gives you a sense of deepening. You'll take one more big breath in. Breathe out, bend your knees, and walk or jump to the top of your mat. On your inhale, flatten through your back. Exhale, fold deeply. And press through your feet and come to standing. Look up, reach up. Exhale, fold. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, flat back. Step to your high push-up or jump into low push-up. Keep moving to upward dog. Breathe out and lift into downward facing dog. Spread through your fingers, spread through your toes. Have a commitment to the energy of your hands and your feet in this practice. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, bend your knees, and walk or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Now bend your knees, sit into a chair position and reach up through your chest, through your arms. You can straighten your elbows and have energy through your triceps, through your fingers. Sit down a little deeper, and on your exhale, bow forward. Inhale to your flat back, and step to your high push-up. Lower forward into chaturanga. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Now step your right foot between your hands and turn your left foot flat to the floor. For warrior one, reach up with both arms. Go ahead and look up. Dip into your front leg. Take your chest even higher, arm bones back even further. And then hands to the floor, step into your high push-up. Lower yourself down halfway. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Breathe out and step your left foot forward. Warrior one, turn your right foot flat to the floor, reach up, breathe in. Pause here as you settle into your legs. So deep lunge with your left leg forward, lifting up through your chest. Then hands to the floor and step back, low push-up. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Cultivate your breathing in a way that energizes your whole body. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, bend your knees, and walk or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana or chair pose. Sit down, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Move fluid with your breath. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, step back, lower down. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot to warrior one. Press through the earth to rise high. Hands to the floor. Lower down, chaturanga. Upward dog, downward facing dog, left foot to warrior one. Press through your feet, reach up, open high, and release. Hands to the floor and step back, low push up. Upward dog to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, bend your knees, and walk or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Again, sit into your chair pose and reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Chaturanga. Keep it moving with your breath. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot to warrior one. And pause here this time on your right side. Dip into your hips even lower. Keeping your lunge at this level, will you shift open into warrior two. So your hips now face the side edge of your mat, and your arms reach front to back in line with your legs. You spread your chest open. Shoulder blades hug in toward your back body. Turn your right palm to face the heavens and slide your left hand down your left leg for reverse warrior. Your right hand floats upward, lengthening through your right side body. You can look up past your right fingertips. Take a deep breath in and cartwheel your hands to the floor for high push-up. Step back into low push-up. Upward dog, downward facing dog, left side, left foot to warrior one. Pause here, find your feet and find your lunge. Dip low into your legs. Shift open into warrior two. Your back foot might turn out a bit so that you find that it helps to encourage your hip to open up. You'll take a deep breath out. On your inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand turns up and reaches high. Can you open and lengthen through your left side body? without collapsing into your right body, your right side, like your right rib cage lifting away from your right hip. Dip into your left knee even more. And then cartwheel, hands to the floor. Step back, low push-up. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Bring yourself to a high push-up. With your feet together at the back of your mat, take your heels to the right. So drop onto your right pinky toe edge and open your left hand up to the sky. Open through your chest. If you need to, your knee can come down right underneath your hip. You can even bring this to your elbow. Whatever you need to do to set up a successful foundation so that you can create an opening, create a lift through your chest, a lift through your hips, and possibly even a lift through your eyes. Can you look to your upper hands? For one more breath, what is possible? Can you open even more than low push-up? Set your hands to the floor and lower down. Upward dog, downward facing dog. Bring yourself to right side crescent lunge. Right foot forward. Your left foot stays on your toes. As you reach up, you look up, opening up your awareness. Spread your fingers out. Be energetic through your whole body, from floor to core, from core to extremities. Just energy moving out through your center line, through to your fingers. Dip even lower into your front leg and lift up through your back leg. So stay energized through your left knee, through your left thighs. Take a deep breath in. Vinyasa, hands to the floor, step back for low push-up. Breathe in, upward dog. Breathe out, downward dog. Bring yourself to a high push-up. Feet together, heels to the left this time. Open your right hand to the sky. Open through your chest, spread. If you feel like your legs, your thighs are hugging in, you feel like your belly, your pelvic floor, everything from your core is hugging in, notice how the hug in creates access to expansion out. Expand from your chest out. Expand from your inner being out through your fingers. One more breath. Low push-up, hands to the floor. Upward dog, downward facing dog into left side crescent lunge. Left foot forward between your hands, right foot stays on your toes. Reach up and look up. And notice your default drishti. Where do you typically look? And today, can you have a practice around lifting your eyes? As if your practice right now was on the top of a beautiful mountain overlooking the horizon or an ocean or whatever it is that you can imagine for yourself. Can you have your vision create that looking? Take a deep breath, then hands to the floor and step back for low push-up. Keep it flowing, upward dog, downward facing dog. Step to the top of your mat, feet together. Inhale, come to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold back to your chair pose. So sit halfway down and reach up. Look up, open your chest high. Hands to prayer at your heart center. Twist your left elbow to your right thigh. Press your elbow into your legs to create the lift of your chest. Rather than resting your upper body onto your arms, onto your legs, can you use your arms energetically to lift you into your twist? Feel welcome to spread your arms open for one more breath, looking up to your right hand or past your right shoulder. Then fold forward, split your feet to hip width apart. Yogi grip, your peace fingers wrap around your big toes with your palms facing each other so that your elbows can bend out sideways. Elbows bend out sideways, and you get access to hugging your shoulders into your back. Take one more breath here. Release your grip and toe heel your feet together for chair pose. Sit down halfway, reach up, look up, breathe in, hands to prayer and twist to the other side. Right elbow to your left side. Sit down a little deeper, lift your chest even higher. And again, notice the energy of your upper body. Yeah, your legs are working as you sit down as deep as you can. And your upper body is not sloppy, it's energetic and lifting you up into your twist. Take a deep breath in, look up past your left hand, past your left shoulder, then fold forward. Allow yourself to find your feet at hip width apart for ragdoll or gorilla. For ragdoll, again, you can grab your elbows, or gorilla, you slide your hands under your feet from the front. So the palms of your hands are underneath the soles of your feet. You'll take a few breaths here. Let your head be heavy, and your spine is getting longer and longer, just creating more space with each breath. Release your hands. Toe heel your feet together. On your inhale, come to your flat back. Then float to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Settle into your breath here in downward dog. Spread out your fingers. Reconnect to your foundation. Then bring your knees to the floor at the top of your mat. You can pad your knees if you need to with a towel or by folding your mat over, but you'll stand up onto your knees at hip width apart. And bring your hands to your lower back. Press down into the floor through your shins and press your pelvis forward as you lift up through your chest, lengthen through your spine, and start to drop your upper body back. This is called camel. And in camel, you're not allowing your hips to lean back toward your heels, but rather as your chest goes back, your hips press forward. You can keep your hands supporting your low back, or you could reach toward your heels. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, lead with your chest to come out. Tuck your chin last. Sit down and turn your heels out to the side so that your feet can come flat to the floor in front of you. Lie down onto your back and we will set up for bridge pose. In bridge, you want your heels as close toward your hips as comfortable for your knees at hip width apart. Then you'll press down through your feet and lift your hips up off the floor. Energize your base, so your feet, yes, and your upper arm bones, so your shoulders, your triceps, press into your mat to take your upper spine lifted in toward your chest. Get that the lift up ultimately comes from how much you press down. Take a deep breath in and release your hips to the floor. Feel welcome to stick here with bridge pose. Otherwise, we'll take one wheel. Your hands come to the floor beside your head. You'll press down to lift up. So be in the strength of your legs rather than all of it being from the work of your arms. As you come into wheel, you'll press through your feet and expand your chest out. Keep your breath flowing as a way of knowing when you've gone beyond your edge. Lift up to your fullest expression. Then tuck your chin to your chest and lie down. Leave your feet on the floor. For a moment, your spine rests right in neutral. Now you'll bring your knees into your chest. A gentle squeeze to help lengthen through your lower back. Use your knees to help you rock up to a seated posture. From seated, we'll set up for bridge pose. So boat pose. And in your boat pose, your feet can stay on the floor in front of you. You can support behind your knees if you like, and then lean your upper body back until you feel your abdominals engage. If you want to add intensity, lift your feet up off the floor. Even more intensity, you'll release from behind your knees and reach your hands forward with your arms parallel to the floor. Knees can stay bent, or you can begin to work towards straight legs. Take a deep breath in. Cross your ankles in front of you. Set your hands to the floor ahead of your hips, so in front of your hips. Push down through your hands as you lean forward slightly. You're going to curl your pelvis up off the floor. Then sit down and come back to boat pose. Find your boat, energized by your breath. Inhale and exhale. Cross your ankles. Try your other ankle over top this time. Set your hands to the floor in front of your hips. Lift and come back to boat. Sit down, legs forward. You have a few different ways to adapt your pose, so working from whatever level of intensity is really a challenge for you without going beyond your edge and without losing the integrity of your spine or your breath. Good. Other ankle crosses over top this time and press down to lift up. Come back to boat. Find your breath. Right away, just always having that connection to, and your exhale creates more hug in through your front body. Can you maintain that effort even through your inhale? Cross and lift. And back to boat. Last one. Breathe here. Be here, shoulders to your back. Now notice when you've gotten lazy in your practice and everything just gets sloppy, and then bring in what you know. Bring in your tools for one more. Cross and lift. And then sit down and extend your legs out wide. So seated forward fold, legs out wide. Go ahead and on your exhale, begin to bow forward between your legs. Flex your feet here so that your toes point straight up rather than your feet falling out to the side or your thighs rolling open. Can you have that integrity of toes pointed straight up? This might feel like an intense stretch for you. Notice how if you hold here, calmly and confidently, taking deep breaths, it's like stripping off layers of tension, and you'll notice you can go a little bit deeper. So maybe right here, start to add in a little bit more. If you can reach your toes, grab your toes and give them a little pull. Maybe you can pull your chest a little closer toward the floor. Take a few more breaths as you melt into your forward fold. And then bring yourself up to seated. Hug your knees into your chest and use your knees to help you lie down. As you lie onto your back, grab your pinky toe edges of your feet or grab your ankles or your shins for happy baby. Your knees will pull down toward the floor beside your rib cage, and your ankles will stack over top of your knees. And for a lot of us, to get our ankles or get our feet in this way requires our hips to roll up off the floor. And then as much as you can, you're going to press your lower back into your mat. So remain pulling down on your feet, pulling your knees down toward the floor beside you. But add in the action of your tailbone reaching toward the earth. Then you'll hug your knees back into your chest. Keep your right knee as it is and extend your left leg down your mat. Take your twist, your right knee over to the left side of your mat. And your right arm will reach in the other direction. Your eyes will follow your right hand over. Spend a few breaths in this side twist, where you notice that as you twist and as you breathe, you're massaging all of your inner organs. Bring yourself back to your center. Hug both knees into your chest. Keep your left knee and send your right leg down your mat. Now find your twist. Your left knee now over to the right side of your mat. Your left arm opens in the other direction, and your eyes will follow your left hand. With each out breath, can you feel like your shoulder blades are evening out on the floor? And it's okay if one shoulder is lifting more than the other, but as much as possible, can you press down through your left shoulder as you take your right knee over even further? Left knee over, I meant. And then bring yourself back to your center. Hug your knees to your chest one more time. Now extend your legs down your mat for Shavasana. You will spend a few minutes here in Shavasana, so close your eyes and get comfortable so that you can commit to stillness. begin to deepen your breath. Gently roll to your right side. And with your eyes closed, bring yourself up to a seated posture. Lift your hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Lift your thumbs to your forehead. And together we say, Namaste.